My name is Eric Strebel. I'm an industrial designer. Welcome to my channel about product design and making. I hope that you like, enjoy, and become a subscriber. Make sure that you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button too, in case you haven't already done so. That way you'll be notified every time I have a new video. February 6th, 2018, on Core77.com, Rain No posts this auto design sketch challenge, and I see Michael Datillo's sketch there, and I get a little inspired. I need to throw down a sketch as well. So this video here is going to be about sketching out this car on colored paper and a little bit about the design process that I go through to come up with this design concept. So the challenge here is to design a modern take on this concept vehicle from the 40s. It has this little single cab and a bed that allows you to, fold down in the front and the back. And so my take on this is that it's an electric vehicle. I make mine like a little crew cab, so there's a second cab behind the initial one in the front. I pick up some cues from the Tucker vehicle itself. I put in a little mini fender in the front that's like the Tucker, and the rear fender is like the rear Tucker fender. It has that raised brake light in the back, a little bit of style there. So you'll also notice on the side of this vehicle, it has like a pocket door that'll slide up and down. This way you could easily put stuff in the bed, raise this door up and down and stow stuff on the inside there. So let's talk a little bit about sketching on gray colored paper or colored paper in general. The beauty of sketching on a colored paper is that the value of your object is built into the paper already. Your job as a designer or a renderer here is to pull out the form of the value of that object. So in this case, I just need to add the darks and the lights to show the object that I want to talk about. Before I get to lay down this sketch and the color paper, I do a series of other sketches. It helps me work out the proportions, help me work out the features. Doesn't matter if you're designing a car, a shoe, or a bottle. This process is the same. You do have to spend a little time and work things out before you get to that final sketch. The sketch is constructed like I would construct any other design object that I'm designing. I threw down a box, I lay in the wheels, I get my proportions right, and I start building on top of that basic box to build out my object. From there, I start adding value. That's what happens in the beginning of the sketch. I add the correct value to all the surfaces. From there, I start adding in the details. So, glass, cut lines, wheels, rims, pocket doors, how things open, how things close. I throw down a shadow relatively early. At this case, I'm now just doing the background because I want to get that cab to pop a little bit, and I'm getting close to the end here, and I'm starting to pull out some of the details. I'm tossing in some sky color. I'm starting to add the reflections on the body of the vehicle. I'm coming back in with a little bit of white, and I'm adding highlights to, some of the edges on the vehicle to make it pop and read a little bit better. Now, as I'm going through and pulling out the details on this vehicle, I'm starting to lay in some of that sky color, and the vehicle's starting to take on a little bit of a silver metallic, not super shiny look. I don't want it to be chrome, but it's starting to have this kind of cool semi-gloss, chromish look, silver, high gloss silver, which I'm kind of digging. We're getting close to the end of this sketch. I'm really just adding some contrast, punching things up here and behind the cab a little bit more darks and some lights, and making the vehicle pop a little bit more with the background. That background is kind of an abstraction of the shadow itself. A little bit of white, a little more contrast, and we're going to scan it into the computer. In the computer here, I'm just adding the logo, the Tucker Excelsior, a little bit of cleanup down on the fenders and stuff like that. And I do need to correct this shadow. So technically it's not quite right. It is going in the wrong direction. It needs to be tilted back towards the cab a little bit. That's what would happen on this surface. So I just clean that up in Photoshop here. I'm using like the clone tool or something like that. And I get the shadow going the right way. And we're done. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click on the little icon on the bottom right of the screen to do that. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Rock on. Also, you can head over to Michael's YouTube page, link below, and watch him do his sketch. Click here to watch some of the other design and making videos that I have. If you'd like to have your music featured in one of my videos, drop me a line.